the common everyday Main Street people that we are, not the rich fat cats. It's like he wants help for Main Street, not for Wall Street. And David Layton is going to protect our environment. We all live here in this great state, and you know how great our state is. We put this country on wheels. Hell, we invented rock and roll. You know, we basically started the legalization movement, as far as I'm concerned, right here.
38 years ago.
In the state of Michigan. So we want to go forth with that. And David Layton, we know as Michiganders that we appreciate our environment up here, right? We want to keep our environment clean. We want to keep our environment pristine. We sit out here surrounded by these beautiful lakes of fresh water, and we want them to stay clean and beautiful. David Layton's your man. Anybody who fucks with that, with our environment in any way, he's going to go after it. Well, if he's going after them, I guess he's not going after the medical marijuana patients, is he? So he's got his priorities in the right place. So I can't encourage you enough to spread this word around. Let's make Layton the winner. And actually, I've been telling everybody and friends, I hate to say this, but every Republican we've interviewed and talked to here in the state of Michigan is not our friend. They are not our friend. And the Democratic Party, on the other hand, maybe every Democrat member that's running out there, because I don't know what it's like all over the state, only you know what it's like in your neck of the woods, but all the Democrats I've talked to, they are our friend. They want to see Michigan move forward, not only address the empty dispensary issue, the electives, and make it a proper add-on bill to our law, or maybe we'll just skip that, and maybe we'll go straight to regulation and taxation for all adults.
Decriminalization.
All these collectives can finally, dispensaries, whatever you want to call them, they're all set and ready to go. They're ready to sell anybody that walks through that door with a state ID or a
driver's license.
So it's like a flip the switch. So folks, that's what we're aiming for. But we have to stay unified and put our differences aside, as Brother Joe said. Let's put our differences aside. Let's agree on one thing, that we're going to defeat shooting by putting in David Layton. And I would like to see Bert Panero. I met him in person Wednesday night. I was very impressed with the man. And he told me that absolutely he is a friend. I said, is there any message, Burge, that you want me to bring to this leadership meeting that I have to be to Saturday? Is there any message you'd like for me to take? This is what Burge said for me to say to you today. He wanted me to remind each and every one of you that as mayor of Lansing, he says when they tried to pull that moratorium bullshit in Lansing, he says, remind them that I wouldn't let it happen. And he said,
hey, that's my mayor, y'all.
Amen.
And I am sure that if Burge Panero ends up our next governor, I am sure that the issue of regulation and taxation for all adults came up, I am sure that we'd have Burge Panero on our side. So, but we got to get him elected.
We got to get him elected.
We got to get him elected first. So, again, thanks everybody for being here. Please get this word. Please get your family and friends out. Drive them if you have to. Come election day. But let's put these Dems in office, and then let's move Michigan forward and make it great and again to the country.
Thank you, Steve. Thank you so much, Steve.
I'd like to introduce to you Michael Moore. He's going to be our next speaker. All right. Come on up here, brother.
Wherever you want.
Wherever you want. Give him a chance. I ain't going to even give you time to unpack. You got to let him warm up.
Hello, counselor.
No warm. Hello, everybody. Hello. Good to be here. Good to see the turnout. A couple things I think I was going to talk about. One is, I was talking about this a little bit the other day. I think we're at a pivotal point in the community right now. I think that with the time frame where we are, and
Mike, can you speak louder?
I sure will. The place where we are right now and the things that have been happening it's a crucial time. I think it's important that we have a lot of reflection on how we're being perceived as a community. I think that it's important that we recognize that there is a difference between medical marijuana and the other. And I think that it's something that we need to better define. I think that we know what medical marijuana is and we know what it's not. And I think it's okay to start pointing to those that are not and trying to encourage them to become medical marijuana. I think that as a community we need to start encouraging this amongst our compassion clubs. We need to develop a culture of security amongst ourselves where we understand how to communicate with our community, to understand that sometimes we have to take the high road to avoid conflict, not to draw attention to ourselves. I think we have to realize that we are being infiltrated on all aspects by law enforcement, that they're looking to utilize information that we interact with ourselves against us. And I think that it's time to become more responsible. And it's time to redefine what medical marijuana means. There is, and that doesn't mean that I'm critical of it. I think that I am critical of it to a certain extent, but I'm saying that we have to realize this, and that our perception in the community is important. And it's time that we realize that some of it's our own fault, and that while we all realize that it's the caregiver and the caregiver-associated businesses are a tremendous opportunity for our community to bring the downward spiral that's happening in Michigan back to some kind of even playing field, and we all realize that. And the caregivers are the most valuable players to a certain extent in this entire movement. But we cannot forget that this is really all about the patients, and we've gotten off message, and that we need to return to the patient being the focus of this. And that would be the first thing I would say. Next, I want to announce some exciting news. As many of you know, I believe on October 4th, Monday, the city of Royal Oak is going to pass a ordinance that bans medical marijuana in the city, use, cultivating of any kind. I understand there's a possible injunctive action that may be filed in the Oakland County Circuit Court as one of the means to stop this. I want to announce today that the MMA, Lawsuit Michael Horn, Green Trees, MOCC, and I'm assuming everyone here is going to join with us, and that we're going to begin a referendum in the city of Royal Oak to repeal and remove that ordinance as of Monday.
Hey.